everyone, this is Ren from Strong Girls Knits, and today I am doing a full review of a recipe, pumpkin recipe today. So I just wanted to go ahead, it was easy enough, wanted to cook it and everything. But before we start, I want to give a big thank you to my friend Cheryl, who is sponsoring this video. She was kind enough to buy me a Dunkin' Donuts iced coffee pumpkin spice, as long as the marshmallows from Campfire Pumpkin Spice that we will be making Rice Krispie treats with today. Now, the recipe I'm using is the one that's directly on the bag, so it's pretty much a full review of the marshmallows. I don't really like eating raw marshmallows. I prefer them like cooked s'mores or cooked into something, but yeah, let's go ahead and get started. A quick rundown. I'm sorry if there's a lot of crinkling. First time doing one of these kind of videos, so the recipe calls for a whole bag of these, 5 cups of crispy rice cereal, which I am just using the brand from Aldi's. I stopped by there earlier. And then I also, and you also need 3 tablespoons of butter or margarine. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. The recipe on the back actually has microwave directions or stovetop directions. I don't want to show my stovetop. It's an old oven and just not camera pretty. So I am using my lovely KitchenAid my husband bought me a few years ago, along with 2 Christmases ago present, the KitchenAid warming bowl. So this pretty much, and it's already started heating it. Just like it is, it's a warming bowl, great for melting chocolate and all kinds of things. My favorite thing to do actually is I get really into making bread come the winter time, like yeast bread that has to rise. And with the kitchen not being very warm, it's one of the parts of the house that gets cold real easy and hard to heat. So this has made letting my bread rise a lot easier. Anyways, let's go ahead. I locked that so I can move it off the countertop. Let's go ahead and get this going. So it says we want to melt our margarine or butter in our large saucepan over low heat. So like I said, I already started heating this up. I have 4 tablespoons here, so I'm going to cut off the last little bit. Oh my gosh. Alright, and while we're at it, I'm going to at least cut the rest of it into smaller bits. It helps it melt just a bit easier. You can always just put a whole chunk in there and it melts, but sometimes I find that I have cooked off some of the butter or I don't want to say burned it, but it's easier to get everything melted quicker and all at once when you cut it up into smaller pieces. So, and it's stuck to my knife. Oh goodness. There we go. And then our third piece of butter. This is so sticky. I should have grabbed a paper towel. There we go. Okay, so now we have our butter in there. And I am actually going to use so this bowl came with its own, what do you call it? Mixers. Because it's the same, it fits in just like a regular bowl for this, but it's rose up a bit because it has the heating element around it. So you have to use its own mixing heads. Let's go ahead and slide that on there. Sorry if it's a little dirty. This thing does get used constantly, so. Oh, and it is already melting. Let's see, I have it set up. My butter wrappers on me. We have it set, it's preheating. Oh, and I just turned it off. Yes, play. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. 88 degrees. There we go, preheating. So this is probably going to take a minute. So we will just sit here. Now, alright, that's melting. And we have to melt that, and then we add the marshmallows and melt it in, which I haven't actually tried these. As I said, I'm not a big fan of just raw marshmallows. So, let's go ahead and cut into this. And they look like, I mean, this is smushed. You can't blame it for not keeping its shape, but it does look like a little pumpkin. And as I said, this is Campfire, their pumpkin spice flavored marshmallow. So they actually have a lot of other flavors as well. I saw they have a maple one that actually looks pretty good. Sounds pretty good. Anyways, let's try this marshmallow on its own. Cut it up. I would just like eat a piece off of it, but I am going to share these Rice Krispie treats with other people, and I don't want them watching me like tearing off a piece. Anyways. It tastes like it. I mean, it's the raw marshmallow that I don't like in the first place, you know, but it does have that pumpkin spice flavor. I'm interested to see how strong it is once we cook it, because I would almost add some pumpkin spice seasoning to the mixture. I might do that. Anyways, just waiting on our butter now. So I have, it is preheating. I've been mixing it, letting the butter melt as it goes, and I have added some of the marshmallows in just to try and get it going. It did say low heat, so, you know, I'm not trying to burn it by any means, but let's keep going. So at this point I have added all of the marshmallows. It's starting to chop them up a bit, but it is melting, so it's probably going to take a little bit just on this, so we'll just keep going and wait. Hey everyone, so our, as you've seen in the video, it's at the consistency that we want, nice and just smooth. Now, we now add our 5 cups of the Rice Krispie cereal. So, I'm just going to dump a little bit in here and stir it, because you want to get it all nice and coated. Okay. Go ahead and add the rest. That did coat it pretty quick. So, but yeah, as I said, this recipe is really easy. It only calls for the marshmallows, your cereal, and butter. So, usually you already have butter. The cereal I paid, I think, $1.24, and I do not remember how much. I don't know how much the marshmallows are. That's probably going to be the most expensive thing, is your marshmallows. So, but. Yep. Now I'm just keeping this on stir. I don't want to overwork my motor on this. There we go. Alright, I think it's good. I'm going to turn my bowl off. Give it nice and gooey, which I'm going to try a bit. Again, not very strong, but we'll see when it sets up. So I have just an old school tin that my mom gave me. It actually comes with its own lid. It's probably one of the favorites I have, because mostly because of the lid and its nice deep sides. So I'm gonna transfer all of my Rice Krispies over here, pat it down. I have it lined with parchment paper, and then I'm just gonna let it sit. So we'll see each other after a while. Okay. Now, it would probably be good to like grease your spatula. It helps it from things sticking to it. Now, remove this first. We'll go ahead and take some of that off of there. Although my favorite part is always cleaning the mixing head. Did anyone else's mom do that? Where you guys bake cookies or cake or whatever, and then you got to clean that? In other words, you got to eat the batter? Alright, now with this mixing bowl, it does come off the stand. Maybe. Anyways, it comes off the stand, but also the inside comes out. So we will just do that. Pour that. Ooh, that is nice and hot. Let's see if I can. There we go. Whew. Yeah. All right. Okay. Not much left in the bowl. So maybe not a full 9 by 13 pan. Probably an 8 by 8 would be much better for this recipe. As you can see, I'm not getting it fully spread out, or at least it's not making very thick Rice Krispies. So if you would want to do a 9 by 13, I would suggest doubling this recipe. Otherwise, this would be great for an 8 by 8, or even just like freehanding it. I think that's good. I'm not going to try and press it out any more than that. And then I'm actually going to add some Halloween sprinkles and go from there. Which one do you think I should do? Kind of like this one. These are pretty too. Well, I use a lot of those. Let's go with this one. I think this would be pretty. Okay. Trying to get an even coating there. I also bought these, I mean most of the thing is torn off, sorry. But I actually get this at Aldi's. They always come out with holiday sprinkle sets. I have other holidays as well. Oh. And it comes with 6 different sprinkles. So I'm going to press those sprinkles in just to make it stick. Alright. And that's that. We are going to let this sit. We're going to let this sit and come back to it and cut it up. Hey everyone, so as I showed you, everything is set. I've waited about 30 minutes or more. I just went and like finished an episode on Netflix. So here is everything stiffened up. And now for the big taste. So I'm going to cut myself a piece off. Maybe. Okay, that was a bigger piece than I meant to. But, alright. It's good. I love homemade Rice Krispie treats, but I'm not getting that pumpkin flavor. It's not very strong. I don't even really smell it either. So, I don't know. Pumpkin wise, like, I really don't taste any pumpkin. But the recipe was good. I mean, like, it's a simple recipe. It actually gives me this idea to use up the pumpkin cereals I do have, because there's probably about 4 other pumpkin cereals out there that I still need to buy to review this year. But I don't know. I think I'll use those to make like Rice Krispie or like cereal bars. But as for this, there's really not a strong pumpkin taste. Oh, if you hear meowing, that's my cat Zippy. I wonder if he'll come join me. Zippy! Zippy! Come here, Zippy! Zippy! Zippy, come here. Anyways, so as for pumpkin, just not a strong taste. I would really just give it no pumpkins, because there's nothing there that I can taste. I'm gonna have my husband try it because, you know, he's sensitive and doesn't like it, pumpkin. But yeah, I mean, it's cute. They were cute pumpkin shapes. They, the recipe melted down really easy. I will say with my KitchenAid heating bowl, if you use that, probably go up to like 150. But yeah, as for that, that's my whole cooking. Wasn't as amazing as I thought it was going to be, so I feel bad about that. But yeah, definitely worth a try. I'm so sorry, my Zippy is all up on me right now. I'm trying to love on me, but yeah, so kind of a huge disappointment this whole video, because my Rice Krispie treats don't taste like pumpkin at all. And I almost was considering, because like I tasted it before we let it set, adding some pumpkin seasoning, pumpkin pie seasoning, but oh well. Anyways, that's that. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you probably soon for week 4. So, bye guys.